I mentioned yesterday, actually with David Hertel, who's in for Elias, of course, about the changes to the STM bus routes, and not just one or two. I think there's at least 20 involved in here. We wanted to try to find out more. Isabelle-Alice Tremblay is an STM spokesperson. She is on the line right now. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Mr. Rand. Pleasure.
So please don't call me Mr. Rand. I feel old enough already. Just call me Aaron. But Isabelle, if I may call you that, I mentioned at least 20 routes here, but from what I understand here, and you can clarify this, much of this is focused on one particular part of the city. It's mainly the Sud-West. You have Verdun, LaSalle, Lachine. So why this particular area?
Well, yes, actually, it's about 30 lines that are being remanaged, redesigned. It's a plan that, is ongoing has been ongoing for a moment now. Basically, as you know, I mean, the city changes, new developments, transformations, and where our planification team, from obviously regularly and time to time, they adjust the service of the bus service according to, comments or needs. Let's say there's a new development, as I was saying. Mm-hmm. But overall, it hadn't been relooked or redesigned in the past since 30 years. So we were due to do it, and well, as you know, this big we call it the démarche of the redesigning of the whole. Basically, it's going to touch ultimately the whole bus network. But we started last year with Ile-des-Serres with the arrival of the RAM. Now we're doing the southwestern part of Montreal, as you mentioned, and so forth. Next year, it's going to be the West End part with the arrival of the RAM in the west, and so forth. So basically, that's why we had to do it, and the timing was perfect to do it this year, because now, instead of serving, giving access more easily to 88,000 people as we speak, we're going to be able to reach and to hopefully bring people to take more of the public transit because it's going to be more accessible to some 220,000 people.
So, yeah, I would say I would run down the list. You're right. It's closer to 30 than 20. But I will mention the one big one, of course, because I think most people could remember when they used to go downtown was the 15, which ran along St. Catherine. That's done. That service will no longer be for... And this starts, what, in August? Is that when these changes go into effect?
Actually, most of them, yes, except for the 15, because already, I mean, the St. Catherine Street is derouted because of the piétonization of the street. So, and there's a lot of works, as you know. So it's been going on for a couple of years because the work started on St. Catherine West around Atwater and so forth. It's been basically rerouted for the past couple of years.
It's been a disaster.
And there's very few people. I mean, obviously, we're talking about public transit, and I'm sure that some people will be perhaps sad to see this service going. We're going to be still offering the service on René Lévesque with the 150 bus line. So obviously, one and one, we are adding 2 new local bus lines. There's 20 bus lines that are going to be modified. Within those 20 bus lines, 3 will be included in the family of frequent service, like we announced last fall. You know, the family of frequent service, and there are 7 of them. So, another 7 lines that, and the 15 is included in those. That will be, abolished is a big word because basically we're reworking the network and the service. So some other lines will pick up the circuit, and so all in all, that's why we are able to do this whole redesigning at zero cost. Okay. Because we are able to put more at the right place, more frequency, and that's what people wanted most. And then more linear, more fluid, less zigzag-like routes.
Okay. I will point out, by the way, it's far too long a list. If people want to see, because obviously people who take these lines, it's everything from the number 37, the 57 in Point St. Charles. The list goes on and on and on. Where do people go to get this information online?
Well, we already started our publicity campaign at the beginning of the week. So we are on our website. We have a section completely dedicated to, and we have all the information. We also have a QR code that people will find if they take the metro or on the abribus and so forth, and they will be able to download. And that's what we're really happy about. We developed a tool. It's a trip simulator. Obviously, it's not in real time because we're looking forward back to the future. But and so people already will be able to start seeing, okay, how am I going to go from home to school, to work, to whatever, the gym, or wherever they have to go. And we also have planned, and I'm happy to mention that we'll be at the André Laurando Cégep next week on June 11, and we encourage people to register. It's online, it's on our website, to come and meet our planning team. So we'll be able to help out the clientele and the residents as well. We're going to have another one on June 20th, and it's going to be at SIDA. SIDA is in it's very close to Lionel Gros Metro in south sud-west. So, and we're going to be another little, more festive, like the Wellington, the street closing in the summer, as well as I think in La Chine, there's always other activities planned and we're going to integrate those little events and be there to answer all the questions.
Okay. Beyond that, if people want to go to a website to check this out, where do they go? Is it just STM?
Yeah, they can go www.stm.info or just Google and write redesign STM, and they're going to go directly on.
Good enough. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Very welcome, and have a great end of day.
You too. Isabelle-Alice Tremblay from the STM. Look, let me give you a bit of a rundown here. So 7 routes are being eliminated, bus routes. So they include the 15, the one that went down St. Catherine, the 58 on Wellington, the 75 on De la Commune, the 78 Laurando, the 105 Shevchenko, the 116 Lafleur-Norman, and the 191 Broadway and Provo. So those are all being eliminated. The 406 Express bus, the Newman bus, is also being eliminated, but they add that to accommodate the change, the 106 Newman will become a rush hour high-frequency line with enhanced service. So more buses, more frequently. All this starts at the end of August, but as she said, there are a couple of public information sessions, which is actually a pretty good idea. You can choose to attend those, maybe get more info if these affect you directly, and you want to go to stm.info. Everything is listed there. And I'm looking at the entire list. Some of these, if you live in the Sud-West, I guess one of the pieces of good news here is they're taking the 57 bus, which is the Point St. Charles bus. They're renaming it the Charlevoix bus. So to avoid any confusion, but it's going to use Georges Vanier. There's a metro station there, so there will be a bus now from there. I don't think there is one as it stands right now. And it's going to use, instead of Guy, so all the way down, right, Guy Street, and use the across the Lachine Canal on Charlevoix instead of Des Seigneurs, which is good news.